I've never had easy money. I don't
Yeah,
know.
true,
I don't
true.
know what he talks about when he says easy money, but I've never had a fight that was easy money because my camps are brutal. By the time I get to the fight, even if the fight is, by some people's standard easier than others, it was still a brutal camp. So there's no such thing as easy money here.
When you look at this matchup stylistically, what do you look at as the keys for success that you have to implement in order to get the victory?
So I know he's going to have a great strategy. I just have to be more well-rounded. I think that's the key to winning this fight is going to be being more well-rounded, and no matter where the fight goes, having an edge. Because I really don't know what option he's going to choose. He has so many options, and I have to be able to answer that, and I have to be able to put forth what I want to do as well.
100%. I did see you mention in another interview that if you didn't win this fight, there was the potential for retirement, which when I heard that, I was incredibly sad to hear because I do love chatting with you and watching you fight even more. I guess, is that at the forefront of your mind going through this camp, and does that change your motivation at all?
No, I mean, it's not like, I don't know. I mean, if I can't win fights in the top 10, I'm going to have to move into the top 15. And then if I can't win, it's like if I'm not able to compete, I'm not able to compete. I'm just being honest with myself, it's not something that puts more pressure on me. I know people are like, oh, this is going to he's putting more pressure. It's not really a pressure thing. It's just an honest thing. If you're not able to compete with the best in the world, that was my whole point of coming here, was to compete with the best in the world, fight in the UFC, and become a champion. So, and if I can't do that, then I can't do that.
Is that just based upon how the last couple of fights have gone, or is that something external?
I mean, that's fighting. Like, if you're not winning, you're losing, so if I continue to lose, that was the upper echelon of the division, and I didn't perform well. So now I have an opportunity to either get back there and try again, or go further back. And so if I keep falling further back and I can't get back, like if I can only stay outside of the top 15, I don't want to fight. I don't know how much more I can explain it, where it's like, if I can't be the best, I don't want to do this. That's always been the goal. And I know people are like, well, we still love seeing you fight. We still like to, want to see. It's like there's so many other things I could do besides fighting. And if I'm not trying to be the best, it's not worth it.
One more question I have on this, and then we'll talk about something else, because I want to get your perspective as a fighter, because as someone who doesn't train, who doesn't fight professionally, I often hear this thing about if you've got one foot out the door, then you may as well retire. Do you buy into that theory as well? I'm not necessarily saying that that's you at the moment, because you're being very clear with your intentions, but do you buy into that theory that if you have one foot out of fighting, then it's best to get out?
So you're saying, like, if you think about retirement, right? That's like you shouldn't even fight kind of deal, right?
That's what I often hear that rhetoric.
Yeah.
You've got one
So
foot
like,
out the door.
physically, I don't feel like I want to retire. Spiritually, mentally, I don't want to retire. I want to win. But if it's like, if I can't win, then obviously, I don't have it anymore. So I don't think it's the same, because like the idea of retirement isn't in the back of my head. I truly believe I'm going to go and win, and I'm going to continue to fight. But if I don't have the ability, then then I have to have a conversation.
Yeah, no, but I wasn't talking about you specifically. I just wanted to get your thoughts based upon, because I hear that rhetoric quite a bit